right. All right. Shall we? We shall. All right. So I believe we can start now, right? We can. Yeah. Henry, are you still available? Are you still free? The guy don't come.
No, no, no. Didn't finish.
And so the what we're going to do now is let's start with I'm going to give it index dot js as usual, index.js, which is the extension name .js. So we are going to look at arrays. So hopefully tomorrow we should be entering API right away. But today I will just give a brief introduction of API. Then we'll start API tomorrow by God's special grace. So my files are still loading. So that is why the file is still loading. So let's just give it some time. It's still loading. My extensions are still loading. So after okay, everything looks nice now. So let's get so we have what is called for each, or let me write it as higher, yes, higher, sorry, higher array method. Yes, that's what it is. Higher array method. So we have one, we have for each. Let me duplicate this. Number two, I have filter. Let me say map. I have map. Number three, I have filter. I have filter. Then number four, which I'm not going to talk about, but you see it. I'll just show you how to use it. We also have which is rest. Rest. I'll tell you what it does, Sha. We also have five, but we're not going to cover it. But your teacher, which is what is it called? Spread operators. Call it spread. Okay, this rest is also known as spread operators. Rest. Let me just say spread. Spread operators. Let me just use rest. It's called rest. I can call it rest. Rest. R-O-E-S-T. R-O-E-S-T. Yeah, rest. Here's what I'm looking at. Reduce. Is it reduce? Yeah. We have one called reduce. Yeah. I'll tell you what those things do. Sha. I'm not telling you, but I'm mainly using for each map and filter to work. So what is for each? So for each is used to, for example, I have let me explain it. Let's assume that we have number of students. Let's assume that we are in this is school now, right? We have JS1, JS2, JS3 up to SS1. Now you want to modify a particular student score, or you want to not modify now, because for each we are not modifying. You want to add, let's say you want to add 10 marks to all the students in JSS1. How will you do it? For each will help you do that. Now for each will help you like run through, like go through an array, but what it does is that it doesn't return it doesn't return any value. So you only change the value right there in the set of values given to you. right? While we have their own loops. So arrays are all loops. What is loops? Loops is like to skip. So why this all this function does, we have other things that like we have other functions that can help you skip, right? Like loop, like for loop, for those one can skip. But what this one will do for you is more strength and more powerful because you can loop through set of arrays. Like you have 200 200 names, 500 names, and out of that 500 names, you are looking for only the 400, the number 400 person. So for all these array will help you achieve that, right? So for each, we just do a particular, we do a specific thing in that array, right? So all these higher array methods use what is called callback functions. Callback function is also known as um, callback function is also known as what? Does it really know what is okay? That's is a callback function, and that callback function is just like arrow function. Here, that's what I want to say. It's like arrow functions. We explained arrow function earlier. We also have a map. Map will help you look through an array and return a particular set of values, right, for you. So filter will help you is also a higher array method that you can use to return something based on certain conditions. So will return this one will return for you set of arrays, right? Set of arrays. It could be you can return it as an object, you can also return it as an array, but most important, depending on how you want it. This one is based on condition. Like I want to check for the names of all the students that start with A. So there's a condition that you want a student that start with A, right? But you just want all the students in JSS1. You use map. You need all the students in JSS1 map. Or no, if you just one, you can say filter depending on it. But if you need a condition, just know that you're using filter. Are we still together, right? Yeah, are we still together? Oh, I've lost the connection.
Let's together.
Okay, fine. Let's say student, right? Student, student is a name, right? Which is equal to an array. Remember, this is symbol for array. Now, this array will hold multiple objects. Like an object, we can create an object. Sorry, let me just an object. Under this object, now we have our object has what is it called? Key and values, right? So name is the key. So what do I have as the name? Let's say Cornelius as a name, right? We have score. His score is let's say 50. You know, say score is a number, so you don't need to put it in quote. Then we have location. Let's say location. Let's say Lagos, right? Location. We have location, which is Lagos, right? Then we have then sources. Let's say sources, right? Sources. We have true. So since it's boolean, so we don't need it as quote. It's not a string. So this is the first student, right? So you get another object of student again. We have it as let's duplicate this. Let's just duplicate what we have here. Let me just copy and paste here. So let's say if, this name here now. Let's make use of Henry, right? Is called, let's say, 89, location, let's say USA, success true, right? So let's also duplicate this particular one. Let's have multiple. We have let's say we have another person again, student called Henry John, right? We have, let's say Henry, sorry, Henry, since his first name Henry, let's say Henry again. His score is, let's say, 30. His location, my one is not in USA, let's say Benin. Then his success, let's put first here, right? Let's put another one, let's say Ojo. So sorry, the Joe should be small letter. Ojo, his score is below 30. He lives in PH, Port Harcourt. Success false. Sorry, false. Right. The last person here, let's say Emmanuel. Emmanuel, his score is, let's say, 84. Is 84. Location, let's leave USA. Let's say is false. We have how many false now? Okay, let's leave it as true. Right. Up to this point, do you have any confusion? Up to this point, do you have any confusion?
No.
Okay, fine. So what I just did now is just, I hope my screen is bold enough or you are straining your eyes to see. Someone
It's
just confirm.
okay.
Okay, it's okay, fine. So let me explain. So I just created a data that I want to use. I name it students as a variable name. These students hold all these things. I can write here, instead of students, I can write name of school, like Divine Knowledge Academic School, or let's say any school at all. So this school would, or these students are name, let's say the name of students in a particular school, right? So this is the first student's data, his first name, last name. We can have what is called like last name, more things here, sex, age, whatever it may be. But this little one I just have here. We have first name again under student. His name is Mary and Henry. His score in this, we can say instead of score, we can say mathematics score, English score, social studies score, so many scores you get. We can create data for it. So for under student Henry rather, his name is also Henry, but his score is 30, but he lives in what? Benin, but this is his score. So the first thing we want to do is to, let's add let's add 5 marks. Let's add probably, let's we did a test. After test, we noticed that probably some didn't pass very well. You understand? Just the way they do it in Nigeria here. So we want to do upgrade by adding probably 5, 6 marks to everybody. So to do that across everybody, you use for each. Add 6. Let me just add 6 to every word score. So to do that, you use what? For each. Now for each, we go to the set, to the array and impute the value. So you are not returning anything. So in for each, you don't return. So you go to the data, you go to where data is, add the value, and that's all. I hope it's clear. I hope it's
Yes.
clear. Okay. So to do that, so that will be let's say we can you can just call the name of, you can just call the name of the array, which is what student, or we can just save it first. Let's save. Let's say const added score, or let's say add score is equal to, now what is the name of this, like, what is the thing, the value, the variable name that is holding everything is called was student, right? So you just call name of the student, the name of the variable, which is student. We have students. Now students, since is an array, what can a higher array method that can help us loop through everything? I want to use for. So let me put here as for each. So what we are going to look here, what will help us is for each. So we now say dot what, for each is already there. Now for each hold this, you open a bracket, right? So you put in this. If you put it down, you see for each is what is saying that is the method. That's why we have this first bracket here, opening bracket and close bracket. Why we have it here, because is a what, is a method, right? Remember I told you
Mhm.
that high array method use callback functions, or we call it arrow functions. Callback functions are actually coming from arrow functions, right? What I want to write is arrow function. So what I'll just do here is that I'll put another word bracket now, and step out and put fat arrow. I'll explain details now. Then open something like this. Now let me step out now. This is, I want to explain what is called callback. Callback functions is this. These are you write callback functions. Open bracket, close bracket. If fat arrow and this alone is called callback. What you have here is called callback. So if I come back here, I remove this. This is exactly what I had before. So for each is a method, I have it now. So if you can write this thing, this is callback. So let me write it again. You have a opening bracket, close bracket, step out, equal to, greater than, which is called fat arrow, then open bracket, close bracket. When you copy this, when you copy and cut, go inside the bracket and paste. That is exactly what I have there. You get now. So this is called a callback functions. Now the callback function will take two parameters.
I'm not seeing what you are talking about.
Can anybody see? Okay. Can anybody see?
I
Any
can
can
hear you.
I'm not
I can
seeing the
see.
old one you wrote first name equals to, oh, it's in there.
where did you,
Okay.
can you see?
Now, this is because art score equals to student dot for each.
This part cons add score equals to students dot for each. This one.
Is that where you stop?
Yeah, this is where I am. This is where I am. I've not gone more than this.
Okay.
But so far, is it clear, right?
The network did not come up.
Is it,
Not clear. Oh, I'm lost. Sef.
you are lost?
Somebody should tell me. Yes. Oh.
Where did you lose, so that I'll just repeat? If I've not gone far, I've not even done the main work. It's just explanation. I'm just here. So where
From
are
the
you?
starting. From the starting. Instead of the starting.
All right. I said we have higher array methods, right? Higher array methods we have for each, we have map, we have filter, we have rest, we have reduce. So there might be other ones as well. So for this lecture, we are going to cover for each, map and filter, but I will tell you what rest and reduce will do for you in the course of in this class. You use rest, I'll just teach you how to, when you get to API, I'll just teach you how to use it. So you don't really need to, it's not a big deal. I'll just teach you how to use it. You understand? So use it in API, not here. You understand? When I get to API, I hardly use it, but at times if I just want to be lazy to do some lazy work, I use rest. Rest will help you make your work rest. So it will make your work rest, like it will make your work easy. So that is when I use it when I want to be lazy. So if at any point you are not hearing me or I'm breaking or my screen is, just let me know since I'm explaining for you. Can you still hear me? Enter.
Yes, I can hear you.
So also have reduced. So I created this particular data myself. I have const students. Now you can name these students to different things. You can say const uh, const school or const name of school like SEG demonstration primary school. Now this particular school will hold multiple names of the students in that school. But I just want to narrow this particular data to students alone. So student is equals to this one is called an array, right? This is an array symbol. So because array hold multiple items, you can store objects into an array. So I open an object, thereby I can store. Why do I need an object here? So that I can have key and value. Array does not have key and value. So because I need a name and the name of the person, the score, the actual score, the location and where the person stays. So to do that, I need an object. That is the reason why I brought this object out to be inside an array. Array can hold multiple items. So you can write 50 items here. Array will not complain in as much you structure it very well. So the first array here holds the name, which is Cornelius, score 50, location Lagos, sources true. I close the an array. I have another array called first name Henry, score 89, location USA, sources true. I form this data. So for under the first name, call Henry again. His score is 30, location is Benin, and his sources is false. Now I have another name called another array called first name Ojo, score is 30, location page, and score is false. Success is false rather. So I have another one first name Emmanuel, then score 84, source location USA, success true, and that's all. To this point, any confusion?
No, it's still there.
All right, to solidify your knowledge, I want to create another array so that you understand. So I create another array. I can give it, since I have an array, I want to give it the key, which is, since I'm maintaining first name, I'll give it a renter, or let's say a renter, right? Hey, wait, I've copied too much. Sorry, let me copy my T again. I have a renter, right? How I shall correct to anyone. A renter, right? So I have a score. So what is the score? Let's say 60, right? 60, I don't need to put it in bracket and quote because it's a number, right? So location, still maintaining the same thing I have. Is location, I can say Kano, right? So put comma again. I'm still moving on. Then sources, I can say false, right? So you can decide to create more data. In your own case, you might not want to use first name. You can use first name, last name, age, location, class. So many, you can create as many items here, right? So now the first thing we want to do here, our first question here is to add 6 to every score. So this particular score that we is 60, I want to add 6 to it. So this 84, I want to add 6 to it. All the scores here, I want to add 6. Why? After the test they did in the class, I noticed that many of the students did not do well. So I want to grade them by I want to upgrade by adding 6 marks to all the students, not just one. I want to add 6 to a particular, so all the students rather. So to do that, you use for each. So what will for each do for you? It will go to the array and add, we do a particular thing. You are not returning anything. So you only go to the array and do something. So when you want to do something to the array, you use for each. So I want to do something inside this array. You understand? So just like I want to add fifth, I want to give all the students food. So what will I use? I'll use for each. So for each to go there and do something. So I want to do something and leave it there. So I'm not taking anything out of it. You understand? I'm going into the array and do something. So when you do something, that is for each. And for all the higher array method, not only for each, you use this what is called callback functions. So I will write from here. So higher array method uses callback functions. And what is callback functions? Callback functions is arrow functions. We have looked at arrow functions, right? So I will just give a recap of callback functions. To this point, any confusion?
No.
No.
All right, fine. So callback functions is a close opening bracket, close bracket, step out, equal to, greater than, which is called fat arrow. We use it for arrow function, which is a fat arrow. Then you have opening curly braces. What you have now is called a callback function. So what it is now, a opening bracket, close bracket, a fat arrow, and a curly brace is a what is called arrow functions. So you can also write arrow functions as opening bracket, close bracket, and a fat arrow. Just this alone is also a callback functions. I will explain when to use it and when not to use the other one. Now, the first one, if you want to return something, multiple something, not return, let me write it here. Let me take it up. To use this particular one, returns, sorry, let me copy my T. If I want to return multiple things, you will see it very soon. Returns multiple things or items, right? Why this other one, like we have this, the step out and the fat arrow alone returns just one thing. If you want to return one thing, but does that mean that if I use this other one, for this, will it crash or will it have any confusion? No confusion. If you use this first one, the one that return multiple items, for one thing, probably you make a mistake, it does not cause any problem. It's an arrow function. So if you use this, it's also an arrow function. Just that this arrow function help you to return one thing. This one gives you multiple things. But if you want to return multiple things and you use this, it will cause problem. If you use this single one to work on multiple items, it will cause problem. But if you use multiple items for this one alone, it will not cause anything for you. So let's go back to our question. We want to add 6 to what? To every score here. So I will say const add score, right? Add score is equal to, what is the name of the array? The name of the array is called what? Student. So
Student.
if I okay, before we step into the calculation, right? Let's just call student first and let's see what we are going to get, right? Let's say student. Let's console log the student, right? Let's console log so that we start from there. Let's say console.log, right? Student. So that will explain more. Now let's bring in our what? npm run sorry, we never reach API as npm run. Sorry guys. Don't worry, when you reach API, we'll be using npm run. So let's use we say npm what? Is it npm I used for you guys last class? npm don't enter my mind though. Is it is it node?
No,
Is node?
it's
Sorry, Emma sorry, I don't dey write API too much. Node run what? Index
in
dot what?
in
JS.
those
Did I put run for you that day? I don't think I did run. Let's check it.
no.
My program dey crash. He's telling me that what? Now somebody should point the error. Now let's learn how to debug. But at this point now, we should be learning how to debug errors. You understand? Now this point, at this particular point, my code is not working fine now. What is the issue? Now let me also now if you trace it very well, you see PS. This PS node index, that is a line that I ran, right? Now the next line is saying that users, HP, desktop, HTML, array, these are just the file path to where I name this index.js. It's now pointing to me that 47, line 47 has a problem. It's telling me that this index file 47 has a problem. Now the problem now is inside the next line. It's telling me that it's pointing down to location, that location, something is wrong with location. That means that if I go to line 47, Kano is where is sorry, the Kano is in line 47. That's what it's trying to tell me now. That if I go there, I will see what is wrong. Now let's go to line 47. In line 47 now, who can point the problem for me now to tell me what really went wrong?
Okay.
Can you see line 47?
Yes.
Yeah. So just point why is the code not running now? Because from now from now as we are solving problem, we'll be debugging together, right? We'll be debugging together. That will make you understand debug as well
Okay,
because
okay. You didn't put it in parentheses.
perfect. So the problem of this code is that I didn't put kernel as what? As double quote or single quote or backtick, and it's a string, but I didn't put it in quote. So that is the problem of the kernel. So sorry, I'll just highlight and put kernel as well string. So I've done that. So if you fix one, there might be problem in another one. So let's assume that you have problem. You said? What do you say?
What is the command that you can't do?
Which command? The command.
Can
Yeah, yes, I can hear you.
that
What do
not
you say?
show how it.
Henry, do you hear her?
Hello.
No, no,
I'm
no. Our voice was skipping.
yeah, skipping. Yeah, can you talk again? Let's see if I can hear you clearly now.
There is a command that not show can is not defend. There's the command that show can is not defend.
Are you saying that the command that I ran that made the code not to run? Is that what you're asking for? Is she is she
Here's the command because it's here. There's the command and that show can is not defend.
I'm coming. This is the command node index. Okay, let me clear it off now, right? This is it now. Can you see my terminal? Can you see my terminal? Can you see my terminal?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Now,
can see it.
now do you see what I wrote there? Node
I can see
index.js.
it.
Do you see the command?
Uh,
Is your question clear now? Is your question clear?
sorry. No, continue, continue.
Okay, so if I run it now, my code will crash. It's telling me that line 47 has a problem. That if I go to line 47 in my code, I will locate the problem. It's not just pointing to line 47, it's also telling me that that line 47 is called location. Is it called location is kernel. It's pointing to the kernel, not the location. That means that the location is fine, but the kernel is something is wrong with the kernel. So
The
we go
value.
to eh?
I
What do you say?
said the value
Yeah, the
is wrong.
value perfect. The value have issue, but the key is fine. So we go to line 47 now, which is this line 47. We can see that kernel need to be in what? In double quote since it's a string. So I made a mistake not putting it. So I will highlight and put it, or you can clean type it from the beginning again. You understand? So if you clear the console, you hold your control, or you can spell clear, clear, clear. So depending, you can use that one, clear. So you type in node to run index.js. So node run, why am I using index.js? Because that's the file name here. So if you put Peter here, you write node run peter.js. If I run it now, it's giving me all the arrays that I created. First name, let me increase my terminal so that you see. Is saying that first name is Cornelius, this, and that. These are all the files I created. That is what I just did now was to check, was to console log the students, which are all these things, right? So this one is to check the array, right? Let's check the array. Now back to our first question. We want to add 6 to all the scores that we have here, which is for each, right? I've explained that. So that will give us const. If I want to save it, const add score. You can give it anything. You can give it any name. Const add score is equal to, I'll call the name of the array, which is what? Student, right? Students. Now, what do I want to do now is for each, because I want to go into it and add a value to it. I'm not returning anything from it. So I'll just go inside, add what I want to add, and step out. So I will use for each. So for each is, if you put your console, it's telling me that it's a method. Since a method, I have to get a opening bracket and close bracket. Because higher array method uses what is called callback functions. So I'll go into the bracket now and put in my callback functions. I explained callback functions, right? So we have opening bracket, close bracket. You step out, a fat arrow, and a calling brace. This is called an arrow functions. What I have here is arrow function, or this one alone is called callback functions, but from here to here is called arrow functions, right? So now what do I need now? Then step into the what? Into the callback functions. The callback functions accept two things, but out of the two things, just take one. Me, I normally they say but I don't always use the two things. I normally use one. That one is, you can give it anything. You can use X here, you can use A here, you can use anything here. You can say anything, you can write anything here. Anything, you can write anything here, or you can use any. Me, I normally use what do I normally use here? Any. Yeah, I normally use any. You can use any, or you can use R. Sorry, I've altered. You can use R. You can use A. You can use S. You see them a lot when you are working in company. You will see all these things a lot. Higher array method, you will see them. You see a bracket, you just see ordinary X there. Don't be confused. You start asking yourself, where is the X coming from? Forget. That X is anything. You can give it anything. I can start to call it food. Food. Now, what does this thing stand for? What I have here? It is used to map, like, sorry, let me not use map. Let me not, because I have a method called map. Like, it is used to tag. Let's assume that this food now that you now use, you now that will, okay, let's assume that you have 500 students now. Now, for you to go into that 500 students now, it's not an easy job now. So you want to send a message to like, now you have 500 students who you are looking for, or since you are not okay, you want to add a particular score to all the 500 scores, right? You understand? So for you to go there successfully, to count, to move from one after the other, you need a rope that will, like, that will help you out, that will take you through, which is clear. So that, just take this food as something that will help you, that you use as a link for you to get through. So let's use it. Let's use a common one. Let's use any, right? Like anything. Now this anything now will help you walk through it now. So you can open your calling brace normal. You understand? So you open your calling braces. Your calling brace will now be what? Since you are not returning anything, you will just say any dot what? Any dot what?
Score.
Dot score. Now
Score.
this dot score. This any now will now step into your data now. This is your data now, and start scanning through it now. What this any will do now? You can give it book. You can give it book. You are now saying that if you put book here now, book oh, let me not use book, let me use a word that makes sense sha. Let's use what,
Use each.
eh?
Each.
Each,
Use
perfect.
each.
Confirm. This is the word I was looking for since. Thank you. Each. We normally use each. I normally, that is what. So this each now, you can use any word. You can use each, you can use book, you can use fowl, you can use rat, you can use rabbit, anything. It's not tied to a particular word. You now saying that this each now go into this set of data now, right? And fetch whatever I want to send you now. So you now call each now, right? You now say now each, oh, okay, I'm active now. What do you want me to do? Dot, which is a method. Now is bringing all the things that the array has, right? Which is the first name, the location, everything is pointing it already. So because now it's okay, what do you want? I want the score. What do you want to do to the score? I can say add what? Add what? 6 marks. Are we together?
Yes.
So I will then step out and console log what? I will console log, right? I will console log what is called what? Student. I will console log. I don't need to. Do I need to save? Right. Okay. Let me say console logs. Let me say add score. I don't know. Let me just check this out first. I don't need. If it didn't work, then I'll remove that button on the save. Right. Let me check it now. Let's see what it does now. Did he add any score to it? He didn't. Right. Did he add any score? Let's check the last person, which is the last person was 60. He did add any score, right? Okay, fine. Let's remove. Let me not save it first. Let me not say I'm coming. Let me not save, right? Let me not save. And uh let me call student dot what? Dot score. Let me see what it is, right? Student dot score. Let me see what it is. Sorry. You didn't add. Yeah, let's find the problem. What is the issue? What is the issue? Who can point it out for us? Why is it not happening?
Did you try to put out that add score? I didn't add.
Okay. Print. So I should what? Print this answer, right?
Wait, Did
Okay.
you try to
I know what the problem is now.
put out? Okay.
Yeah, I pretend. Okay, let me print this. Let me console. I've console log it, right? Let me hide this now. I don't. Yeah, let me keep this now. So let me run it again. Let me see. It's showing that the score is what undefined, right? Okay, since it's a function, let me put this now. Let me see whether it works. It won't work. So that's not the problem. Let me say this is the issue now. Let me check this out. Now this particular function now, right? Let's console log it inside. Let's just console log console.log, right? Let's say let's console log it right
Okay,
here.
each the score.
And let's just console log it. Let's just console log it directly from there, and let's see what it gives to us. It has added it. So it have added 6 to the score. Now the last person is what 60. So it's now what 66, right? The second pair is 84, which is what 90 now. Do you get now? So you go in because yeah, it's not returning anything. So that's the reason why if you try to run the function outside, it will not add because you add 6 or the value directly to the function. I think that makes sense, right? Does that make sense? Or I should explain again?
It does.
Okay. Answer from Ezekiel.
The thing is that you are for Naviano, so you're trying to follow. And so kind of
Is there any part that is not that clear? Let me just re-explain. I've not done anything much, it's just few lines of code here. So it's just this part that is not clear, right?
Oh, it's clear, it's clear. I understood what you did. Just that what you time is going to come up on time. But I understood what you did.
Okay. Just a minute. Is the other guy
Hello?
here? I'm with you. I heard you very well. Is the other guy here? Henry, is the other guy here?
No,
Just a
no.
minute. Just a minute, I'm coming.
Sorry.
Henry,
Yeah,
Henry, tell me how you did this, Kwabi.
I hear you. Yes.
Tell me how you did this, Kwabi. Nothing to say, Alpha, you're the person. Nothing greet your sister.
Score for the hope you know.
Hello?
Hello?
You come. I have to
Oh,
explain
I
that.
was going to.
Shall we? We shall.
We shall.
All right. Henry, shall we? Am I still here? Am I still here? Hello, Henry, are you there?
Yes.
All right. So,
Yes.
all right. The next thing I want to do now is map, right? So, we want to look at how to use map. So, map is an array method used to return set of
A new set of arrays.
a new set of array, right? A new set. You want to return another set. That means that from this array now, you want to bring something out. But for each, you go inside and do it. You don't bring anything. You go just like you want to, federal government want to dash or want to give students free bag of rice. So the federal government is not returning, they are not getting anything back. So they will just go into the school, give them the food and go back just like that. But for map, it's not like that. Map is that you want to go in there, like somebody did something wrong, the student did something wrong, so you want to go and look for a student. So if you go to the class, you are going to bring the student to the principal. That one is example of map or filter. So filter, you go inside and bring something. Fit Filter, you go inside and bring something, but that one work based on conditions. But for map, you go inside and just return. So you just return. You understand? So you just go inside and return. So let's say first we are going to work for the map. We want to return all the first name. Let's say return, sorry, return all the what? The first name. All the first name. So this one we it does not just okay, I want to see all the first name, right? I don't want to see all the first name. So since it returns, so what will I say? Const names. Let's say const names. Sorry, naming wrong is wrong like that. Const names is equal to what will I call student. So anytime if at any point that your network is breaking, you can just signify us so that we know how to hold on, right? Do you get me?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, const names is equal to students. Why do I call student? That is the name holding all the what? All the names of the students, right? So const name equals to students dot map. So I want to use map. Now map is what? A method. Since it's a method, the first thing I will have what? Open bracket, close bracket. Because I'm dealing with higher array method, I have what is called callback functions. Callback function. This is my callback. Place your callback first. Now this is my callback now. Inside my callback now, you can put what you use to tie it down, which is what you can use any word, which is what? Each. You can use egg, you can use book, you can use anything here. You can use a single letter A, B, C, D, X, O, whatever thing you want to use. You can also take what is called, I told you take two things. You can see it can be each and what? Index, right? The index will give you the index number, but that is not a problem. Just leave that one. I don't use it, but it's good. Now you open the opening bracket, the curly braces rather. You now see since it returns what? A set of values, right? You now put const, let's say let's just give it a value. Const value is equal to what? Const value is equal to each dot what? First name, right? Each dot first name, then what is it called? Return what? You must use the return keyword. Return what? The value. Or from here you can just put return each dot first name, that's all. But this one make more sense, right? So when you console dot log the value, which is names rather. So when you call names now, when you call these names, let me explain what I did. Cause name is a value. I want to save this function I'm doing now into names, which is the function name or the variable name. So const names is equals to students dot map. So this student is the name of the total array holding all the name of all the students. Dot map because I want to return the first name. Then I have callback function, which is each. I put each there to tie to the array. Then const value, what I want to return, I'm saving it into value. You can decide to write anything here, const returned value or returned name, or we can call it returned first name, right? You can give it anything. So the return first name will be saved inside this value. Then now since I've changed it now, so I'll now return what? Return what? Returned first name. So what is my first name? I will now console log what? The returned first name, the name that is going to return for me as, right? So I'm going to call this name now. So if I do node run node to run index.js for me, what will happen? Error. It's telling me that return first name. Who can tell me the problem now? I know what is wrong. Yeah, someone should help me out.
Can I see the error?
I want
The
to
error message.
I want to comment this first so that let me clear it again and run again so that you see it clearly. Now this error message is telling me that line 69 have a problem. In that line 69, console.log return first name have a problem. It's point to the return first
Okay.
name. So who can tell me what is wrong there?
It's not you didn't define first name.
I did now.
First name is not ODN. Wait, scroll up, go back to the code.
It's not pointing to each the first name. Oh. He's saying that this one is correct. What is wrong
That's
there?
it. Return first name is not defined now.
And what will I do now? What will I do? You say what?
Hello.
What do you say?
Oh, ask. What's your question?
My question is that I want to, okay, let me write it here. Display first name and score. Just like this one now, I displayed first name and what and the location. So I want to see the student's first name and their location, which is this one I did now. This time around, I want to see the student's first name and the student's score. Let's assume that in a school now, the principal will find, okay, I want to see all the students' name and their score. So instead of you to use Biro to write it, you use program to do it. So you put all the first name and you put all their score side by side to it. Do you get?
Sorry, this thing will continue. We will continue.
Okay, you want to sleep now, right?
Not be someone not your chicken. So that's the one wake up go sit back.
And don't worry, this one will be the last thing we'll do today so that you go and rest. Eh?
No, I'm speaking there. Continue, don't worry. Continue. You want to move there. Continue.
Okay. Henry, are you back? If you are back, let us know. Henry, are you back?
I'm back.
All right, so let me on my mic. As on my mic, let me continue the recording before we proceed because I paused it so that it won't distract whenever you are playing it. Okay. So
Still have video for this class.
yeah, it's recorded. It's recorded. You get it this night self. I'll upload the video. There's internet or there's internet here. So who will go? Henry, will you go?
What do you say we should do against it?
Now I want to see the first name and the score. The first name and the score.
The first thing I discover of all the yeah, you
Yeah,
do okay.
yeah, let's go.
Let's go now.
You said
You do const you can do const name and score.
first name.
As it come on.
You want to see the
No,
you want to see,
one was const name with score.
okay, score name score, right? Okay, let's say name and score, right? Something like this.
Yeah. But that first name also with small letter now.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Is equals to
Is equal to okay.
student
Students
dot map.
dot map it.
Then open your bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Then open another covering braces. So open another bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Step out from this first bracket.
Okay.
Do your arrow. Then your covering braces.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can do your return statement now. Return uh, first name.
You skip the
That will not be the key that
you
will
sk-
go to first
you
name.
skip the
No,
object.
wait.
Skip the object.
Inside that map, inside that map, put each there.
Confirm.
Then you can do return each dot first name, then each dot score.
That one don't fine, but it's good you have your keys and value. So first name, you tried perfectly. E dot first
Oh,
name and look score each dot score. Makes sense. So if you come here to console the log name and score. Let's see what name and score will print to us. Node run index.js. It prints all the names and the score for us. Is this one clear?
Yes.
Erenta, is it clear? Or you are a bit busy? Hello, Erenta, is she still there? Eh, Henry, is she there? Is it showing that she is there?
continue.
Okay, fine. So the last part that we are going to look at is filter. Now, filter returns something based on conditions. So if you are given conditions, so what you should look at is filter return returns something returns based on what? On conditions. So e return based on what? Condition. Let's assume that I want to see first name that is Emmanuel. I want to see the first name that is Cornelius. I want to see all the first name, or I want to see all the students that live in Benin. I want to see all the first name that I want to see all the scores that are below 30. I want to see all the scores that are above 50 is a condition. So anyone once there is condition, what you should look at is filter. Let's say what we want to return now is what? Return students that let's say return students that let's say returns to students that that their name is Henry. Let's say we have Henry. So that will give us const name is equal to what? Students dot filter, because it's condition now, right? So filter students of filter, there is a what? A method. So open bracket, close bracket. Your callback now, step out your fat arrow and this, then open it. This is your, so what it will return what? Return what? You can also put it in object. Return, you can say what you want to return now. Or like, okay, let's say let's not put it in object for now because I'm not returning multiple. Let's say return. Okay, let me just put it first. If it throws error, return. Let's open a object. Return first name. So what I want to do does not work this way. Let's say const result now is equal to, I want to return something. What is that? I want to say first name each. Sorry, I didn't put each inside. So I want to put each now. Sorry about that. So each dot first name is equal to what?
Wow.
Is equal. Can you see? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So what did I do here now is that, remember I thought about 3 equal to 2 equal to. This one will check for the everything, the data type and the value, right? Yeah. Const result equals to each the first name is equal Henry. So this one will return all the names that are Henry for me. So if I run this command right now, I will see is any function running. Did it return from, okay, first name? No, I don't think it returned. Did I console log it? Okay, I didn't. Console.log name, right? So if I run it name now, let's see what it prints out. It prints an empty array. We don't have anybody called Henry. Let's check.
There is.
Henry, let's see our code. Something is wrong with it. Each of first name is equal what? First name.
Is it because you assigned a variable to it first? Can't you print it out directly?
Which variable?
Like console.log each. You
No, no, no,
already
no,
that
no.
course result first.
Oh, do you know why? No, that's not the problem. I've seen the problem. Can you let me you know, I did not return a value.
Okay,
I
okay, 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 okay,
I'd not
okay,
I'd
okay,
not
okay.
run I'd not
Yeah,
return
yeah.
result. Yeah, I've seen it. That's why it gave me an empty array. Perfect. First name Henry is call. It just give you everything because what I just want to see that I want to return students that their first name is Henry and their first name is Henry. So once it gives me Henry, so it produce everything about that Henry, everything as well. That is a condition. So the rest names are not important. So you can also give name like get students that their score is below 50 or above 50. So to do that, you can just say const name or scores is equal to student anything students dot filter. I want to filter then sorry filter then the filter row then this. So we're almost through. So we have this each. So can I have return what each dot what score greater than what let's say 70. My return is not spelled well. Return. So return each dot score. So you will return score that is actually greater than what 70. So if I run now and display it now, should display all the scores. Sorry, I didn't console.log scores, right? Sorry for that. So if I run it now, you see that Henry is 89, Emmanuel is 84. So if you put this one from great to less than now, it will show you all the score that is less than it prints Cornelius 50, Henry 30, this 30. So we are looking at greater than, right? So that's our first value. So we are looking at greater than. So that is just the pretty much about it now. So lastly, let's do let's see. So let's see if I can get one more question. I feel that is okay. I have one more tedious one. It's more tedious. Okay, I have a question. Return students whose location is Benin and their first name. Let me write the question here. Let's say return. Sorry, this is my last question. Then we'll call it a day. Return or not return students. Return students that live in Benin and display their first name. Okay. Now, first of all, do you have students? How many students that lives in Benin more than one? Let's see. We have Lagos, USA, Benin, PH, USA, Kano. Hmm. Okay. Let's use USA since we have more. more students that that lives in USA, right? Are we still together?
Yes.
Okay, let's use USA since we have more students. So the first one involve condition. The second one does not involve, just like you want to display their first name. Displaying first name now does not really require, it's not a condition, that is map. So we have two functions joined together. We have the first one is based on condition. You are checking for students that live in USA, only USA alone. And displaying their first name is not a condition. It's not a condition, right? You want to display their first name, it's not a condition. If it's a condition, that's basically you want to check their first name that start with K, or first name that start with Z, or their first name that is Benedicta, or first name that is condition. But since you are just returning first name, that means you are returning all the data. So that is not a condition. So let's say const returned returned data, right, is equals to students dot filter first, filter will first of all go filter what, then sorry, filter. So let me take it gradually. Students of filter, which from here we know, then put in your fat arrow, right, open it, bring it out. So I'm returning what? I will return students that live in what? In USA, abi?
Yeah, I said yes. That it can't be. Put your each there now.
No, let's forget this each. Then I will now have let's say return. I will return
Each dot
each dot
each
what?
dot uh, location abi
Yeah, location is equal what?
equals to
Not equal to
USA. Then you
e-
now do dot
is equal to what?
USA.
I say it's not equal
USA
to
now.
USA. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yes.
Then
Then you now do dot map now be
where will I put the dot map? This part, the end part. I say dot map now. You get it. Dot map, an arrow function too, right? You are getting it. You just this one is just extra. Dot map. I'm now mapping what?
each dot first name. But you don't put your age there in the map.
I'll put it as well. Each. So each dot what? Their first name.
First name.
Sharp. So this one is just extra. I just want to take this one is the highest we can go for higher. So we'll run it now. So it returned how many data for us? Just two. First name Henry, score
So
this, location is USA, is true. So the first name is also Emmanuel. So irrespective of, it must give me what will be constant here is the location. The rest things will not be constant because of the what? Of the map function. I hope it's very, very clear. If you have any question, you can ask me. Then we'll call it a day. So time has gone. I would have introduced API, but tomorrow, by God's grace, we'll step into API. Any question for me?
uh, no,
All right.
no,
Erinta,
no question.
Can you speak? I don't know if she can speak. Or if she can't, but I feel it's all good, it's all clear. All right. Thank you guys for showing up today. So let me off the